Hey everybody, this is Rachel Winkle with the Center for Political Innovation. Want to wish you a good morning and want to bring you some revolutionary energy to your morning. And there's two things I wanted to bring up today. First one is that I wanted to second what Gabby told us in her morning message. I believe it was yesterday or the day before. And Gabby said, about us spreading the word of anti-imperialism, she said, if we don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. Like, this is urgent. Who else is doing it? I don't see anybody else doing it. I mean, you do have some organizations, but at least in the United States, there's not a lot of organizations that are spreading this message. And as I learn more of the nitty gritty and read the classic books, I still come back to how the whole point of this is to raise the masses up. I live in a neighborhood where my neighbors are alone. They want us to think that we are alone in our problems. If you're having financial issues, you go online to Google it, and you don't see a lot, and they do that on purpose, trying to separate us. And so I personally believe that the masses are ready for this message. And like Gabby said, we gotta go out there and give it to them, because it's on us, and we know that. So out of the movement to the masses. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention, and it is related to this, is a quote. If you watch my other morning message, you know that I quoted a self-help book I couldn't remember the name of, and well, here I go again. And I wish I could remember the name, because it was a really cool book, because it had a lot of pictures in it, and it was just kind of like blanket statements for you to just look at the picture and the statement and ponder it. But you'll like this one. So the book said, don't shop for Kiwis in a shoe store. Okay? Don't go shopping for Kiwis in a shoe store. Don't ask relationshipless people for relationship advice. And we could say, don't learn how to bring the masses on board by watching people and groups that aren't even doing that. Want to learn how to grow a tree? I think you could probably ask me, right? But people that don't ever grow anything, why would you ask them? A lot of us have enormous respect, and I can't even find the words, for our ideological leader, Caleb Maupin. And that's a great example of, go to him if you're confused about, theory. I'm not to say I'm sure there are many members of our organization that know this stuff, but if I'm confused about something I read in a book, I'm not going to go to Google. I'm going to ask somebody at CPI, and I'm probably going to try to ask Caleb. You ask somebody who actually knows this stuff. So don't shop for Kiwis in a shoe store. You want to bring the masses into anti-imperialism. Well, I'll tell you what, the masses aren't on Twitter, okay? The masses are here, okay? They're out there in the world. I know, this is my front yard. I planted all those trees. But you know what I mean. The masses are out in real life. This is about talking to people. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. I'm introverted. I wouldn't say I'm a quiet person, but, going up to strangers isn't normally something I would do. But I'm going to do it. And before I was even in CPI, I was already saying to people, like, can you believe, the price of this or that? So, anyways, don't shop for Kiwis in a shoe store. When you have a goal, stay focused on the goal. You're going to need help, but look for help where the help can be found. Don't shop for Kiwis in a shoe store. And shout out to the Center for Political Innovation. Thank you all. I am so happy to be part of this organization. It's the only place I know of that has all these optimistic people that are confronting the main danger in the world today, that is imperialism, but they're putting one foot in front of another, trying to figure out how we can defeat it. All right, thanks all.